Before we do get into the video, I'd like to give a huge shout out to AOA.com for sponsoring today's Rocket League video. This site provides flexibility and safety to every single order. If you want to buy and sell loads of different Rocket League items, they do some insane deals on there, and use code ZENIC at checkout to get yourself 3% off every single order. Do you guys want to be in with the chance of winning yourself this Dueling Dragons Gold Explosion? And if the answer is yes, make sure you are following these 3 simple steps. First of all, make sure you are subscribed to the channel with notifications on to not miss out on a future upload. Second of all, make sure you have dropped a like on today's video. And third of all, comment your details down below. But as well as that, tell me which platform you are on. And I wish every single one of you the best of luck. The winner will be announced at 90,000 subscribers. So as you guys can see on screen right now, I'm going to be showing you how to sell your hard to sell items into one singular black market and then sell that on for some absolutely insane profit. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel once again. I hope you're having a fantastic day as always, and today I'm going to be showing you episode 3 of the brand new series going from one single key all the way up to the titanium white Neuro-Agitator. So previously on the channel and on this series, we actually bought ourselves a black standard, which is one of the most high in demand items in the game, and you will not believe the profit that we did get. So honestly, if this is your first time ever seeing this series, make sure you are checking out episode 1, 2 before you come to this one, because honestly, I'll give you guys so many tips and tricks. And I don't want to make the intro too long today, but we actually are going for 100,000 subs by the end of the year. It's going to be such a big push, so if you guys are new to the channel and you do want to see daily Rocket League content, make sure you are clicking that sub button and turning on that bell. And once again, you guys are hearing from me 1,000 likes in the very first 24 hours, and I'll have episode 4 out in just a couple days time. But let's just get straight into the very first trade. I hope you guys do enjoy. Okay, so jumping into the very first trade of today's episode, it's going to be like a casual one that I usually would do. However, I'm going to tell to you guys now, I don't want to just completely lie to you and say that all of these trades are good. There are going to be trades and mistakes that I do make in this episode around the midway through. So yeah, honestly, I'll let you guys know when it comes to it. But here's a little basic trade. Can't really say no to this. Paying 2 keys for a Tora and 1 key for a Toon. Obviously, the Toon being worth about 2 keys and the Tora being worth about, I think, 2 to 3 keys realistically. And like I said, I do not mind adding just a random card. I'm not going to be using this. Not really got that much value. So yeah, can't complain about that trade. Okay, so at this point, I was in a bit of a sticky situation because I had so many items that I needed to sell and we didn't have that many keys. So what I actually planned on doing was just doing it all in one bulk deal. And we actually found a guy with a heat wave, which I know is always, like, heat wave's always going to be there. One of the first black markets out in the game, and it's always going to maintain the same price of a 15 key value. So literally, I was like, right, okay, this is a perfect opportunity to get rid of the stuff at least I cannot sell, which is the white endo, also the Stormwatch, and of course we had to add keys on tops, which is where the regret actually comes through. I'm not even joking, because look at the key count right now, it's looking pretty dead. But yeah, this is a great way, first of all, to get rid of everything and get ourselves a heat wave. Honestly, about 10 or 15 minutes later, I found a trade for the heat wave, and realistically, it's not going to take me long. For the main reason why heat wave is always going to remain that sort of same value is because there's so many on the game, for the fact it's been out from literally the day dot. As soon as the first crate came out, the main big like decal that everyone wanted was the heat wave. And that was back in 2016. So it's always going to hold a decent value. It's always going to be one of the most expensive. So there's always going to be that demand there, if that makes sense. So I really did not mind taking this trade. I could have got 15. But realistically, you guys know me. If I can take a little bit less and know I'll make profit in the time from the keys, I might as well just take this trade. However, with that being said, I probably would have waited for 15 on my main account just because I've already got like 100 of keys, so many other black markets to sell, and I've got the patience realistically to actually wait and get myself 15 keys. But on this account, you would have noticed before that heat trade, we had 0 keys, so we couldn't buy any items. And most of the time, look at our inventory right now. There's not really like any black markets that are standing out that are going to sell easy. So yeah, I didn't mind taking that trade at all. But you're going to see a basic trade right here. Always getting myself 2 key for singularity, and I'm pretty sure I paid 1 key for it. But yeah, most of the time, when you're paying 1 key, you're going to be getting Toons and solar flares. So I don't mind taking 2 keys for the singularity. Now, the black market that I'm buying right now, as you're going to see on screen, is going to be the Hextide. And the price that we pay is 4 keys and a non-crate very rare. So technically 4.5 keys. And on the spreadsheet, I'm not even joking, it's still 7 to 9. I have no idea why, because there's a new crate out. So obviously all of the black market's demand that isn't in the new crate is going to start slipping a little bit, especially Intrudium. Obviously being in the new crate, it's going to go down even more because there's going to be more on the market. But Hextide is just getting old now, and the spreadsheet they're not keeping up whatsoever. It's still 7 to 9 keys. So if I'm paying this price, I should be able to get at least 6 keys if they're a hex tie, even if I want to quick sell it, and probably 7 in the long run. So I'll happily take that trade. So next up, I'm pretty sure that we bought a fireworks in a previous episode for 2 keys, which was actually quite stupid because we had 0 keys after that trade. So I didn't know why I really did it. It's just been sat there collecting dust. No one's actually wanting it, and I don't even think I got offered 2 keys for it. Like, it's incredibly hard to sell. There's not really a demand for it. However, wet paint, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure it's 4 keys on the spreadsheet, and I see a few people paying 3 keys, and I would have happily taken 3 keys for the fireworks, so why not do this 1 for 1? It's like a little basic trade, but realistically, I feel like there's more of a demand for a wet paint being a black market decal. And it really has surprised me how the market's actually changed from the Nothing to Why Zombie series that I did a few weeks back to now being present in this series, because key demand has just gone through the roof. I haven't seen key demand this high since the first Rocket Pass was out, and that was over a year ago, because back then that was ridiculous. People were literally paying like 11 keys for heats. It was mad. But yeah, it's just a little bit weird right now because key demand is still so high. I didn't think it would be this high for that long. There's no new Rocket Pass out for a couple of months. The crate's starting to slow down a little bit. I don't really have a clue why key demand's still so high, but this guy wanted 8 keys for his 20XX, so obviously I'm not going to complain about that. I'll get myself at least 10 in the long run. So if I'm not mistaken, we bought a turret in the very first episode for 2 keys, and it's just been sat there doing nothing for the whole of the series so far. So I thought today is a lucky day. We actually find a guy with 3 keys, and I'm not even joking when I'm saying this. Even if you're a really rich trader, paying 2 keys for a Tora, it's just a bit of a time waster because it takes so long to get 3 keys these days, because even if you have 3 keys, you can get yourself easily a wet paint, you can probably get yourself a Spectre, and if you're just looking at Tora, it's not the most appealing for the eyes. Like, it doesn't look amazing. So I feel like that's why the demand is just completely slowed down for Tora. But yeah, getting 3 keys, such a relief to get this trade. I'm not even lying. So after finally getting that Tora gone, I am hyped and motivated now to just sell everything in my inventory and just see where we're standing out with keys, because that way I can just take a step back, see what I can buy, because realistically, the more keys you've got, the more profit you can make. So that's why it's easier for big traders to just keep on building up and building up profit. So that's why if you get your inventory started, the sooner the better, because you can just keep on making profit when you have as many keys as a lot of people. But yeah, didn't even mind taking this trade right here. Didn't even realize, realistically, the butterflies, I'm not going to sell them on my main account. I didn't even know they were expensive. They're worth a good couple of keys, so I don't mind taking this trade, getting myself 2 keys for the butterfly. And I've always thought in my head that 20XX sells for around 10 to 12 keys, around that sort of margin. So even if I want to quick sell it, I'll probably get myself 11 keys. I've got the patience to, but I was sat there for literally about 90 minutes, an hour and a half. I couldn't even find people doing 11 keys, and eventually I found a guy doing 10. I saw a lot of people wanting 10, so at that point I was like, right, okay, I just don't want to be greedy. I want to get myself as many keys as I can to keep on making profit and keep on making the big moves. So I might as well just take this trade, getting myself 10 keys right here for the 20XX. At the same time, okay, I'm sorry, but I've got to contradict myself here because I cannot say no to this trade. This guy had an Intrudium. He was begging for keys so much. He kept on saying 4 keys, and then I said 3 max. It really does not interest me because Intrudium is dropping fast. I'm not even joking. If there's a black market not to buy, it's going to be Intrudium unless you're paying 3 key max, because it used to be worth like, I think 7 to 8 keys, quite stable, and then it got released in the new crate as well, and now there's just so many on the market being quick sold. So I didn't even mind paying 3 keys because I can get myself a lot more than 3. I'm telling you that. It's worth about 5 at the moment, so hopefully I can get myself 5 keys for it. And I know I said earlier in the episode that I regretted buying the fireworks for 2 keys, but that was when I had 0 keys left over. Look at the key counter right now. We are stacking now. We've got all of the trash out. We still got a couple of tunes, to be fair. They're not the best, but overall, we've got quite a lot of keys, so I thought, why not treat myself and buy myself an atomizer for 2 keys, because it's obviously the main goal that Justin scored for the RLCS Season 7, so there's actually a very big demand for it. So hopefully I can get myself either 3 or 4 keys. Like, it's going to be interesting to see because I don't really buy atomizers that much, but on the spreadsheet it's 4 to 5, so realistically I'm going to get myself at least 3 or 4, so I don't mind taking that trade. So that's going to be the final trade of today's episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and it's mostly just been buying and selling black markets and showing you guys how you can actually snipe certain ones like Intrudium and most of the black market gold explosions as well. So if you guys have enjoyed and you want to increase the road to 100k, make sure you are subscribing and turning on that bell. And if this video has helped you out, make sure you are crushing that like button. The support has been insane recently. Let's go for 1,000 likes and that'll be absolutely nuts. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.